working on elimination and substitution, and yesterday we did elimination and substitution practice. Those are the two ways that you're going to solve the system. Now, with the word problems, they're going to give you just a word problem, like a paragraph. You're going to have to pick out the important information to set up your equations. They're not going to give you equations. Okay? So it says, many real-world situations can be solved with a system to problem solve all these steps. So the first thing we're going to do is define your two variables. So what that means is if your problem's talking about tacos and burritos, you're going to say, okay, X is going to represent my tacos, Y is going to represent my burritos. If it's talking about nickels and quarters, okay, X is going to represent my nickels, Y is going to represent my quarters. Right, so you're going to tell what those variables mean. That's what's called define a variable. Step 2 is you're going to write your system of equations. Now, we did practice of writing equations when we just did regular equations. So like we looked for operational words. We underlined our numbers. We looked for words that meant equals and things like that. And that's what we're going to do too, to find those equations. Step 3 is going to be to solve the system, and you can use elimination or substitution. It does not matter. Okay? Choice. Your choice. And then you're going to find the answer to the question being asked. So sometimes the question might be about tacos and burritos, or the problem might be about tacos and burritos, but the question will ask, say, what is the cost of a taco? So that doesn't mean you give them both the numbers, you only give them the taco cost. Right, so that's what it means by make sure you answer the question that the problem asks. All right, so the first one says, oh, look at me, I just agreed. At Manny's Taco Shop, you can get an order of chips and 2 tacos for $9.25. The cost of 2 orders of chips and 5 tacos is $21.75. What is the cost of an order of chips? So, here's your first thing. You're going to define your variables. What things were they talking about in the problem? Chips and tacos. So, I'm going to define my variable. I think I'll call X the chips. And I'm going to call Y my tacos. So, I define my variables. I go back, Blake, and I read it a second time. And when I read it a second time, I look for tacos, and I'm going to put a Y. I look for chips, I'm going to put an X. I'm also looking for numbers. So, second time here. Wait, you struggle with math anyway, pay attention. Right, at Manny's Taco Shop, you can get an order of chips. Oh, what did I call chips? X. And 2 tacos. What do I call tacos? Y for $9.25. The cost for 2 orders of chips. What do I call chips? X. And 5 tacos. Y is $21.75. So there's my 2 equations right there. When you buy stuff, what operation do they use? Addition. So chips plus 2 tacos cost $9.25. And then 2 orders of chips plus 5 tacos is $21.75. Yes, Terry.
I thought we weren't doing vegetable.
Well, that doesn't always mean like that the word problems will. When I'm just doing like basic skills, I'm not going to give you that. And it's not a big deal. And it's money. So money's going to come out to be 2 nice decimal places. Like it's going to be nice. Like, still love you. All right. I heard it's really I'm sorry. I did give Blake a hug last week, and I don't even hug.
Blake thought that you were tackling him.
I did.
I did not.
Okay.
Blake cried.
Okay, so back to the problem. You get to choose. So Ryan's looking at it, and he's like, man, I think I'm going to do substitution because that's my favorite. But Fake Brody's like, no, I think I'm going to do elimination because that's my favorite. for you. I personally like elimination. Okay? So, oath elimination. I'm going to make them be the same.
X or Y down.
Right? How about the same number opposite sides?
That's what I said.
Yeah. Wait.
Extra Y.
Do we, which one should we eliminate, X or Y? X is the easiest. If this is positive 2, this one's going to be negative 2. That's like a 1x, so I'm going to multiply that by negative 2. Okay, so negative 2 times 1x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times positive 2 is negative 4y. Negative 2 times 925, that's negative 1850. And I'm going to add that to the second equation. So negative 2x plus 2x is 0, which is what my plan was to eliminate the x. Negative 4y plus 5y is just 1y, which is just y. Negative 1850 plus 2175, that's 325, right? Okay, so there's my y. So that means that tacos, because I said y was tacos, tacos cost $3.25. But what was the question? What did the question ask you? What is the cost of
In order
of chips? So I also got to find x because that's what they're looking for, the chips. So I'm going to take that 325. I'm going to plug it back in to one of the originals. I'll just go with that one. I'm going to go with the first one. So that's x plus 2 times y, but we just said y was 325 equals 925. So that's x, 2 times 325, that's 650 equals 925. And then I'll subtract 650. And x equals, what is that, 275? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know where you are.
I
can't see. I was gonna copy your answer.
Well, that part that I just did was the solving part, and we should be pretty okay at the solving part. Today's more of the practice of setting them up, because we did substitution yesterday, and it seemed like most of us got that, and elimination. Well, that's
when it says 4.
yeah, so it's like a second thing. Right. All right, we're gonna go down. We're gonna try this one. This one's a little bit harder. I think this one's probably one of the harder ones, just because you have to know some vocab words. All right, so it says the length of a rectangular garden is 4 or more than 3 times the width. If the perimeter of the garden is 104 feet, what are the dimensions of the garden? So, what are the 2 things it talks about in the problem, Terry? Length and width. Okay? So I'm going to call x my length, and I'm going to call y my width. Now, when I go back and I read it, every time I see the word length, what am I going to put? But every time I see width, y. And I'm also looking for operational words. What are some words that mean added?
More than.
More, add, some. What about subtraction? Difference, minus, decrease. What about multiplying? Product, times. What about division? Quotient, or a fraction mark. What about the word equals? What are some equal words?
As
Is a big one for these. The same as. Okay, so there's a big equal word. So let's go back and read it. I hope you're writing on your word problem just like I right, so it says the length of a rectangular garden is, what's it? Equals 4 more than, what about more than? Plus 3 times the width. Oh, what's width? Why? Okay, and I keep reading. The perimeter. How do you find perimeter of something? Yeah, you add up all the sides. So add all the sides. And the garden is 104 feet. So that first equation wrote itself. Right? Can you write all that down? When I did, okay. The first equation wrote itself, Blake. So all I'm going to do now is just write what I wrote. So x equals 4 plus 3 times y, so 3y. So there's my first equation. X equals 4 plus 3y. Yeah.
Don't you put your variables first?
You could. It doesn't matter. I'll be happy either way. I'll just be happy if you write it. All right, and then the second one says perimeter. Now, if we're talking about a rectangle here, that's length, length, width, width, right? So that's x, x, y, y, right? So you're talking about the perimeter. So you're adding x plus y plus y plus y. To find perimeter, right? So what is x plus x? 2x. What's y plus y? 2y. And then what's the perimeter? 104. So if you didn't know how to find perimeter, like if you didn't have that vocab word, you wouldn't know what to do here. But since we know perimeter, you add up all 4 sides. I was able to take x plus y, and make that 2x plus 2y equals 104. Now, looking at the system, which would be easier, substitution or elimination? Substitution. Why?
Because one of them is in y-intercept and one's in standard.
What? Because one of them's already solved for a variable. Okay? The first one's already x equals. So if one of them's already solved for a variable, substitution is going to be the best method. If they're not solved for a variable, then the elimination is the best method. Okay? So I had you on that piece of paper. All right, so x equals. I'm going to put that in for the x. All right, so that's going to be 2 times x, but x is 4 plus 3y plus 2y equals 104. All right, you all finished solving that for y. You guys know this mystery of the mind. I don't know anybody. You got to blend in. What? All right, guys. Wait. Give me a second. I'll try to solve that. Yes, Marcus.
I didn't know what substitution.
I couldn't remember. So watch you.
She keep asking me what substitution.
Well, she didn't come in today during class, so we can work. All right. So I distribute, so that's 8 plus 6y plus 2y. Remind your like terms. So 6y plus 2y is 8y. Subtract the 8. So that's 8y equals, what is that, 96? Divide by 8, and y is 12. So that means that my width is 12. Because we said y was width. I'm going to sub that back in to find x. I typically will pick the first one, and this one actually works out better for the first one. It's easier. So that's x plus 4, or x equals, x equals 4 plus 3 times y, but we said y was 12. So that's 4 plus 36, 36. So x equals 8.
What?
Yeah.
He just says random numbers.
Alright, so length.
Oh, really?
Length is 40, width is 12.
But it asks for the perimeter.
No, they didn't. The question said, what are the dimensions? The dimensions are the length and the width. Alright, we're gonna flip it over. We're gonna do number 3 together, and then we're pick a couple for us to do if we have time. We're not doing them all, crab babies. We're not doing them all.
Oh my goodness.
Can we get a blanket?
We're not.
It's an arrow.
Alright. Number 3 says Kelly's basketball team made a total of 33 2-point and 3-point baskets in their game last week. If her team scored a total of 72 points, how many 2-point baskets did they make? So the question's asking about
2 and 3 points.
2 and 3-point baskets. So I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to say X is my 2-point baskets, and Y is my 3-point baskets. What's another word for addition that we didn't say? Not plus. Total. Total is another addition word. Okay. So, Kelly's basketball team made a total of 33 2-pointers and 3-pointers. Yeah, those ones. If her team scored a total of 72 points, how many 2-point baskets did they make? Now, the first equation's up there for us. The second one is not. Okay, so the first one says a total of 33 baskets. Some of them are 2 points, some of them are 3 points, but I know they made 33 baskets. Some were 2 points, some were 3 points, but they made 33 baskets. Now, they made 72 points. Basketball people, how do you get points?
You score.
You score. So if you shoot it from inside the paint, how many points you're going to get? Outside? 3. So you've got 2-point baskets, 3-point baskets. So the 2-point baskets are worth 2 points, right? So the 2-point baskets are worth 2 points. The 3-point baskets are worth 3 points. And how many points did they get? 72. And that one's a little difficult because it doesn't tell you that it's 2x and 3y. You have to know because 2-point baskets are 2 points, 3 are 3 points, and they scored 72 points. You have to include the points on the x and y. That sounds awful. All right, I'm going to let you all solve that one. I would do elimination.
We are supposed to.
Let's still tell the same.
This was clean though.
That's a word.
That's not weird. I don't know.
So you can eliminate x or y.
I know, but.
We'll eliminate x or y. So when that's what's going to happen if you multiply, they're going to the same number opposite sides.
I would take like
So like if you eliminate x's, you can multiply the top one by -2. -2. It is, it's difficult because it's word problems. If I just gave you that problem on a piece of paper and said do it, you all could probably do it.
I don't think I could. The answer is 2. I did check it. You know my You grab it and break it, still can break it, right?
Just throw it down.
That is your best bet.
Right. I wrote down.
All right, guys.
Pick it up and just throw it on the floor, right?
All right. So just seeing those few people, most people eliminated the x's, which is fine. +2, so I'm going to make this one -2. So that's -2x, -2y, -66. I'm going to add them together. So -2 plus 2 is 0. -2 plus 3 is +1y, which is just y. -66 plus 72 is 6. So they made 6 3-pointers, and the question says, how many 2-point baskets did they make? So I'm going to plug it back in. Plug it back in right there. So x plus 6 equals 33. Subtract 6, so x equals 27. So it's 27
That's impossible. 27 times 2. You just said.
No, wait until it hits it.
Oh, never mind. My bad. Just throw it on the ground. You're
I want you all to do that one right there. The very far right one on the bottom. Bottom right. I don't know yet. Bottom right.
Look at that guy.
How am I supposed to do it? With a box, it's so.
What did Miss Wilson say when we first started?
Get a piece of paper.
Also get a piece of paper because you probably don't need it.
I'm not going to limit the word and how you go through.
Just try. I want you to just try. You haven't even read it yet. So just don't say it in your head. I want you all to try. I'll tell you this. The problem is talking about cupcakes and pie. So make X your cupcakes, Y your pie. I don't care.
Is ugly.
Yeah, but you don't need to multiply it.
Does
It's just saying the cost of something.
Cost people,
When you buy stuff, it's addition, yeah.
cost people addition?
Oh. Hmm.
Negative two. You said you don't put decimals, right?
I think
It's money.
That's perfect, yeah. Aaron, you're rocking out today. Yeah, actually, it's the negative numbers, so 37, 20. I didn't get it. Oh my God. That's supposed to look at your door. Look at your door, it's supposed to.
That's
Let
the
him
person
in.
that should be in our class, but.
But there will be like 4 birds in class.
Yeah, then all the birds.
He comes in here every day, no matter what. So what's happening?
You just kick him out, Wilson?
He's obsessed with me.
I know.
No, he just wants to be in his class.
No, he comes to my room every single class period and in between class periods.
And walks in. and
Maybe
looks at
because
you.
you're his favorite teacher. Yeah, he's
I
like.
get playing.
Yes, exactly. He's like, okay, I gotta go. Play.
No.
This is a perfect opportunity.
Like,
This is a perfect opportunity. Oh my God.
You're just not other people, she might just. Yeah, I did that. I know. Yeah, I did that too. I still got a.
Sam, you don't have to think we're good.
We're gonna check it in.
Not this.
Alright, at bakery, the cost of one cupcake and 2 slices of pie is $12.40. The cost of 2 cupcakes and 3 slices of pie is $20.20. What is the cost of 1 cupcake? So the whole problem, the whole problem was about cupcakes and pie. So I'm gonna call X my cupcake, and I'm gonna call Y my pie. Now, walking around, a lot of you all didn't define your variables. You have to define your variables so that I know which one is which. Okay? Go back. The cost of 1 cupcake and 2 slices of pie is $12.40. The cost of 2 cupcakes and 3 slices of pie is 2020. So 1x, which is x, and 2 pie is 1240. And then 2 cupcakes and 3 slices of pie is 2020. You sure done? I'm gonna tell you this, honestly, these types of work on are the easiest.
That's exactly what I did.
Yeah, well, once you tell me the first one, I figured out.
Okay, well, let's see. Alright, so I would eliminate the x, so I multiply this one by -2. So that's -2x, -4y equals -2480. Didn't multiply the second one by anything. Then add them together. So -2 plus 2 is 0. -4 plus 3 is -1y. -2480 plus 2020 is -460. Divide by -1, and pi costs $4.60.
I got that.
Okay. All right, then the question said, how much is 1 cupcake? So I'm also gonna have to find x. So I'm gonna take this 460 and I'm gonna plug it in for the y in the first one. So that's x plus 2 times 460 equals 1240. So that's 2 times 460, so that's 920 equals 1240. Subtract the 920. And I get that cupcakes are $3.60.
I didn't put 2 lines on
I got
it.
320.
I got 3.
Oh, duh, 320.
Miss Wilson.
I give my homework, but make it easy, like, maybe you're going to like and ask for help.
Oh.